Good morning, you beautiful souls. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. Now, normally our evening satsangs are a way to get you ready for sleep, to really help you assist in this unwinding process, the decompression and integration of the day. But there's a lot of stuff going on tonight for myself and my personal schedule, so we're bringing our evening satsang with that good morning juiciness. So, the most important thing to remember about this is harmonizing with life itself. It's a little bit of a teaser, because in truth, you are life itself. And in this spiritual search and inner looking, a lot of what really arises is us removing those barriers of the individualized, egoic, primal self and opening up back to this divine interconnectedness with life and as life itself. Everything is of the same essence and energy. And today's meditation is really going to bring us back into that resonance, into that harmony with the world around you and the world within you. So go and get your last few wiggles out. We'll get those last little type of antsy energies out. Some of you have already started your day. So this is the time for you to decompress, let go of all of the stressors that may have already arisen, and to really eliminate everything that may bring you stress in the future. So take a deep breath in. The nice sigh of relief. As I lovingly invite you into this space of the heart, when you hear the first 3 taps of the singing bowl, take a nice deep breath in with each sound of the bell as it rings. And as you exhale, transform that breath into a powerful and mighty Om. Allow yourself to open the jaw, relax the mouth, so that A note may resonate. And as you close the mouth, the U and the M will form naturally. Give yourself permission to simply rest, to explore without judgment, to observe without attachment, to simply lay witness to all that the internal and external experiences are providing you, so you can come into a deeper understanding of that witness, that observer, and that sense of me-ness and beingness we all share. Clear the ground of being within you by giving your full attention to the simple statements that are coming from the mouth that you hear, and the subtle yet temporary happenings that arise within you. Do not become attached to anything within or outside, but know now that everything that is being presented to you is arising so you may come into a closer understanding of that divinity in which you are. When you hear the final tap of the singing bowl, again, shift your attention to the sound of the bowl as it rings. And as it fades into the silence, so too shift your focus and attention to the calm, the quiet, the stillness of your own witnessing itself. Fundamentally, this path of inner looking and unfoldment, and this return and coming home to that intimacy, interconnectedness, and union with life again, arises from a meticulous curiosity. It stems from an unbound search within for truth. Ultimately, through our questioning, we come to experience the unknown firsthand. And as we come to know and experience in this path, that truth is so much stranger than fiction. Therefore, it's in this experience that we must entertain something first in order to experience it. But note here, this is not the blind belief that one does when we are children, but this is the skeptic curiosity that brings us to the point of utilizing our imagination to put ourselves in a new scenario, therefore entering this space of the unknown. And that is the beauty of this inner path. That as the creator of our experience, we truly are the ones that are creating the scene, producing it, directing it in the background with those beyond. But we're also the actor and actress. We're the extras. We're the scenery itself. And that is because what you are is not something separate from life, but one intimate and pivotal piece of it. So what arises within your experience when you begin to entertain that you are life itself? That everything in this divine playground and womb of the Creator is, in essence, of the Creator itself. A cell amongst the whole. And in that same divine creation, put yourself in that knowing that you were uniquely crafted to represent life from that one individualized and special window of awareness. As you so often hear come from this mouth, the unique flavor and aroma of source that you are is the gift. And there is no greater truth. That you are a gift from life for life itself. And that all of life stems from source. The foot does not yell at the hand saying, I'm not part of the body, does it? So why, in what within you, holds on to such beliefs and assumptions that you are somehow separate from life? What within you has reservations on fully accepting and knowing that you are life itself? Has it been the past happenings? Those moments of letdown or failure? Or seemingly appeared loss? That is the beauty of this subtle yet profound switch and change of perspective. Is that when we come to understand that we are life, we begin to clearly see everything that has arisen as bringing us to a point of realization, of healing, of experience to learn and grow from. Ultimately, all past happenings bringing you to this very moment and slice of now. One cannot say they would have been any different. But what is known is that life presented you a beautiful movie thus far. And it brought you to this very point of listening, of sitting, of resting, and of looking within. Again, it's the most subtle changes that lead to the most drastic results in the end. And in this search of life, of truth, of love, of fullness and fulfillment, it can be a despairing, chaotic and suffering filled experience when we are stuck and trapped in that egoic, individualized state, disconnected from everything. It's such ignorance and misconceptions of perception that we attach ourselves to the false. Yet when the willingness is ready to open up the heart to this innate truth, that your life itself, that everything in life has been happening for you, and your realization, your healing, your transformation, and your journey in coming into this knowing of source within and around as all and will always be all. The immature path of victimhood clearly drops, quickly drops, and will effortlessly fall away. But it's that moment of accountability. For it's this recognition that as life itself, you are being fully supported. That everything that has been arising in your experience that you seem and deem as suffering or chaotic is in truth because another lesson has been ignored, so it must come back around. It's here, it's the positioning that changes. We come to recognize our position and point in the play. We begin to see the rules of this divine classroom, and in accordance to those rules, we can navigate this experience effortlessly and with much ease. For it's that moment in life where we're no longer swimming against the tide and allowing the flow of this experience to take you. And as that river rushes and flows, bringing you to a deeper and deeper sense of self, letting go of all of the old conditionings and healing from the past pains, you will find yourself being catapulted into that ocean of divine knowing and love, that harmony with life itself. For it's only when we become attached to the temporary, when we immerse ourselves in the coming and goings, the ever-changing flow of this matrix, we become immersed in such temporary sufferings. For again, we forget our position in the play. That is the beauty of coming home and harmonizing yourself back with that recognition that you are life itself. For even if you have not fully had this knowing settle within your heart, life will continue to support you in accepting this truth, in integrating and assimilating it into a trust. And just as any relationship grows, the more that you open up and the more that you trust, the more beautiful that the expression will become. And that is the beautiful dance of this life. That is the beautiful gift in which we are given and bestowed. Is that the entire universe is in your favor. When we awaken to how this game works, we realize that we've been on the greatest team from the start, but we've simply been sitting on the sidelines in frustration and ignorance, a simple lack of knowing. Yet that is again the catch-22 and divine irony of this life and experience, as we are born forgetting. For we must choose this path of curiosity, of play, of love, and of trust. Because for much of our lives, we put our trust in the external. We put our trust in the many seemingly appear different faces. But in truth, life has always been tasked to give us a challenge to come to understand and harness that unique light in which we are. The truths are already within you. The path of knowing, liberation, realization, healing, transformation, it matters not what you seek, but that journey will always start from within. So can we not see that life has always been pushing us to these points, these moments of looking within? Very much so, if life is always telling us, that's not it, that's not it, not there. For we become immersed in this externalized search, yet a catalytic moment or a series of events brings us to this stalemate. This moment where we know that it's not outside. That birthing of accountability where we look within to determine how are we participating in the play. And it's in those moments that life again is cheering for your success because you've figured it out. You've finally seen the signs and patterns that life is giving you. So in order to fully harmonize with life itself, open yourself up to see, to witness clearly what life has always been presenting you. The patterns, the cycles, the comings and goings of people, and those attachments that weigh your heart down, and those conditionings which still delude and blind you. It matters not. But just know that life is here to support you in bringing the best version of you to this world as the gift you are for it. So simply trust. Give yourself permission to trust in life again. And give yourself the opportunity in life, the opportunity to validate these knowings. Wake up each morning, and every moment you seem lost and distracted in the play, that you are life itself. Through the powerful statement of the I am, claiming I am life itself, will instantly put you in a position of humility, of grace, and of opportunity. Because know that life is always trying to bring you back home to this knowing. For when we trust in life again and we fully come to the experiential knowing that we are life itself, a mountain of faith, of trust is formed naturally. It's those aha moments in which we seemingly laugh and cry, for we come to realize the silliness of how much we worried. We come to recognize how wasteful of our energy and time it was, forcing life to do things it was never guiding us towards. And in these moments of profound release, of recognition, we're willing and able to finally let go. To let go of all of the barriers surrounding the heart that close us off from others, from life, therefore ourselves. So remember your position in the play. Know that life is having many of the happenings to directly impact your search. To get you to question, what is it you're holding on to? To get you to question where you're not giving or receiving love to your fullest capacity and ability. And just as everything in this divine experience, when we befriend what we deem as other, as enemy, as something persecuting or subjecting you to things that you don't need, you awaken to how life is the most loving and supportive teacher we will ever receive in this experience. For it is the grace of life that will send you that spirit animal, to remind you that you're not alone. It'll send you that quote unquote random person at the grocery store to speak life into you. It will put you into the opportunity to give someone the clarity, courage, confidence, it matters not, whatever it is you may seemingly lack, and empower them. When we look at all of the subtle moments, all of those 1 in a million, 1 in a billion chances, how can you not say that life is a magical teacher? For the greatest examples of this divine gift are through those subtle yet lightning bolt-like chances that life graces us with. And it's in this recognition that you are life itself. From that utilized statement of, I am life itself, you begin to change the subtle energies about your entire experience and existence. Naturally, you align more with the mechanics and operations of these divine laws of cause and effect, the law of attraction and karma, and so many more that will continue to unfold. But the beautiful knowing that arises here is when we flow with life, recognizing that everything in this divine film is being shown for us. It takes the weight off of the heart. It allows us to fully let go. It allows us to be effortless. For we know that life is here to protect and support us, and ultimately we know that we are life itself. And that everything here is a lesson of choice, a lesson of response. And the more that you learn these divine lessons from the greatest teacher there is, know that you no longer have to serve and learn through the suffering, but through the goodness, through the love, through the connection. So dance into the unknown with that trust, knowing that you are life itself. And when you hear that last and final tap of the singing bowl, again, shift your attention to the bowl as it rings. And as you draw on that breath, transform the release into a mighty and powerful Om, giving yourself one final moment to look at everything within your heart that closes you off, that has tensions towards the statement that you are life itself. And release them with that Om, so you may let go of all of your doubts, your tensions, and that which holds you back from receiving the love of our great teacher, life, as life itself. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. Little stretch. Just gotta say thank you so much for tapping in to our early satsang. Now, those of you watching on replay, I hope that if you're watching this before bed, you feel nice and cozy, and that there's enough of these little inner workings happening that you'll wake up feeling refreshed, revitalized. Most importantly, connected with life again. It's one of the biggest tensions that we have, our relationship with life. So often I've heard people say, why is life doing this to me? Why is life having this happen again? And the answer is simple, because you didn't learn the lesson the first time. It's very transformative when we come to understand the subtle language and modalities, the mechanics of life and how it operates. And again, that law of inertia, one of the many laws of this universe, an object will stay in motion or at rest unless an object of equal or opposite force acts upon it. And that's kind of what happens. If you don't correct your path in life, it's going to keep going. And as things tend to operate, you gain more inertia with each go around. That centripetal force brings you into another cycle or pattern. That's life. Life is simply being like, oh, cool. They didn't get off the exit. We got to send it back around. So it'll amp up the intensity so we can get jostled awake. Life is presenting us things that we have to let go of. And when you lean into those tensions and you come to understand the relationship you have with the internal tensions, it's very, very easy to see all the different points in your life where life was like, ooh, they didn't learn that one. You got to do it again. They didn't do that one. Got to learn it again. But the moment you recognize it and learn, you ascend, or how it's so often stated in the spiritual world. But understand it's an energetic density thing. When you are willing to leave and let go of all the sticky, heavy stuff that holds you down, you naturally elevate. That's just how it works. It's like you're floating upwards. There's nothing weighing you down anymore. And that's all life is trying to do. It's trying to bring us to that point of, hey, your life, your source, you are a cell of the Creator. You are the womb of Source itself. Everyone and everything here is built upon Source. We call it love. We call it universal consciousness, God. It doesn't matter what you want to call it. But ultimately, all of life is that manifested form of God. We're all here. That's why it's infinite expressions of the one. And that's why life is kind of the mother to us all. Because we all stem from her. We return to her. And our consciousness, we can say, returns to the Father. But together, both are one. The everything, the nothing, your life itself. Just marinate in it. To harmonize, to align with, you must put yourself in the position to be in alignment. So if you truly aren't giving yourself the opportunity to entertain fully, wow, what is my life like if I live it in the knowing that everything I experience is an extension of me? That everything that I experience is a unique flavor of the Creator with that same divine sovereignty, uniqueness, specialness that I have, that everything in life is like that. This is when you can start to have some fun experiences with life. You can start to ask, and life will give you what you seek. So be very careful in what you ask for. But ultimately, if you are skeptical, like I was very skeptical on all of these things, ask for these subtle experiences and moments of grace so that life can teach you, that life can show you. We can't learn anything if we think we have nothing to learn. So always remain curious. That's what life rewards. The moment you think you know something and your search ends, life's going to humble your ass so quick. And it comes from someone whose life pattern is to be humbled by life really quick if I stray off that path of integrity and pure expression. And I'm sure that in this inner looking and your reflections upon this meditation, any one of us can track down those moments where life was like humbling us and showing us, oh, that's not the path. That's not the path. And when we resist it, that's how it goes. I'll put it this way. one thing that life showed me was that I wasn't destined to play professional sports. I had scholarships, I had the opportunities, but I got hurt. And the injuries all happened really, really, like, again, randomly, really rare, like 1 in a million types of injuries. But how many people spend their life in a depression or holding on to the past, like what could have been, rather than accepting what is? That's like some of the greatest lessons life has to teach us. And this is why when we allow ourselves to entertain that we are life itself, it puts you in the position back, really in the position of the accountable God and goddess of manifestation and creation you are, that you have a choice, that everything within your experience is crafted and cultivated for you to overcome, crafted and cultivated for you to come into a deeper and juicier understanding and relationship with the divine within and around. Lots of things can be said with this one, but most importantly, challenge yourself. That if you're at a red light, someone cuts you off, someone does something mean or nasty, you trip, you fall, you stub your toe, something, whatever it happens, that the first thing to tell yourself is, I am life itself. This is happening for me. See how that goes for you. Ooh, 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 ooh. And as always, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed, and in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment, for a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all who ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within. I love you so much. I'll see y'all Sunday. Take care. Peace.